Hey, what's up guys? This is Black Ops, and today we're going to talk about how to turn around a 4-1 deficit in competitive game modes. Basically, a for sure loss. As you can see, we went into this match pretty much half-cocked, assuming that we would win, but we ended up making a lot of mistakes. Here you can see that I was relying way too much on my sidearm and trying to force a play outside of its intended range, so it wasn't even effective where I was using it. I wasn't working my angles right, and we basically spent the next few rounds just trying to force the other team into our play style instead of trying to counter what they were doing. It didn't work for us. We were playing sloppy, missing shots, and we ended up going down 4-1 with a loss almost certain, and all of their supers ready to go. No doubt this has happened to some of you guys before, and the question is, how do you turn this around? Even if you can't win, how can you come back from what seems to have turned into a frustrating pub stomp and at least do something against the other team? It is possible. It's just a matter of doing a few steps to get there. First things first, take a deep breath. Think about your next move and make that move count. You can't keep running headfirst into battle just assuming that you're going to be able to win any engagement that you come into, because that's not how the game works. Think about where you're actually moving to and where you want to engage your targets from, and slow it down a little bit. Make your shots count. Firing 100 rounds at a target won't matter at all if none of them hit. Next, don't get stuck in the quicksand when a match starts going south. It's easy to get into your own mind, get frustrated, and try to force plays. But if you're used to being the top player on your team and your team is down, try slowing down a little bit yourself and play off of your teammates. Let them have the light. Look, solo plays are great, and there's nothing like winning in a last guardian standing 3v1 scenario.
Guardian.
Gotcha, baby.
Revive your teammates.
But a win is a win, and that's way more important than being a one-man army. Communicate with your teammates. Make your plays count, and make them together. Utilize those team shots, the different lanes that y'all might play together. And even if you go down, make sure that you don't let your frustration keep you from calling out or communicating with your teammates. You can help your buddies still potentially make plays in your absence, so this is a key. And it'll also give your teammates a chance to utilize some of their strengths instead of, trying to play off of yours all the time. And it may be the push that you actually need to bring it back. No way! Yes! Next, it stands to reason that if you've been doing the same thing this whole time and it hasn't been working, it's probably not just going to start working all of a sudden. The other team isn't going to forget how you've been playing, and they're not going to drastically change their playstyle all of a sudden if it's working for them. So don't expect that you can keep doing the same thing and get different results. That's literally insanity. So you and your teammates have to change it up. In this match, we decided to stop running so aggressively, and we played our angles a little bit better to counter what the other team was doing, and also a lot smarter. If the guys that you're playing are counting on playing a certain way, it forces them to find a new way to play and new angles to play from, and if they're not top tier players, it could throw them off pretty bad off of their game and end up giving your team the advantage here. Lastly, and I even need to work on this myself, but be encouraging. Don't sit there and, oh my god, oh you're so stupid. Come on man, how did you miss that shot? Your grandmother could make that shot. My grandmother could make that shot and she's dead. One of your teammates will end up making your ghost a nice cup of tea. We'll find a way to beat these crackheads.
Couldn't even get it off.
No, you got two good pumps. You got two good pumps. But be encouraging, especially if you notice that your teammates are kind of getting frustrated or having a hard time getting out of their own heads. Remind them that it's just a game, that y'all can win, and you've won in the past. At least you're having fun playing one of your favorite games, right? These are just a few very brief quick pointers on how to turn a match around when it's not going in your favor. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't, and sometimes if you're up against a team that's just better than you, the best you can do is say good game to you guys and move on to the next. But remember, don't get stuck in the quicksand of a bad match. If it's going south, try to turn it around. If you can't, focus on the next round, because there's going to be another one. You don't want to lose 3 of your next matches just because you can't get out of your own head about the one that you just couldn't turn around. So hey, I hope this has helped at least a little bit for your future games, and I hope you've enjoyed this little bit of information and advice from a mediocre player at best. Remember to respect your fellow Guardians first and foremost, and even those that you face in the Crucible, because some of them just might be having a bad day. Thanks for watching, guys. Please remember to like and subscribe, and until the next time, my friends and fellow operatives, Black Ops out. How is he still using that?
You had them before this began.